You are welcome back to my channel. Wike versus Yerima. Tinubu intervenes. Peace returns over Abuja land disputes. This is according to Vanguard newspaper. I'll bring you the video that has to do with these developments. Of course, that has to do with Tinubu's intervention. But let us quickly remember that we have seen a chain of events happening in quick succession within few days of that controversy we saw in Abuja involving the FCT minister Wike and the naval officer who was deployed to a property. But as we have it, we have seen military generals, retired veterans rising in defense of their own. We have equally seen people who have risen in defense of the man Wike himself. We have seen the likes of Wike rising in defense of Wike. We have seen Asadu Kobo rising in defense. We have seen Kachuku rising in his defense. But at the height of it is what came from the military veterans, where they gathered in Kaduna to issue a very resounding statement. And at the height of that was where they asked Tinubu that he must sack or redeploy Wike. Let us take a quick look at that. This is from the Punch newspaper. It says Tinubu must sack or redeploy Wike. Speaking at a press conference in Kaduna on Friday, the military veterans slammed the FCT minister and described his actions as demeaning, unacceptable, and a direct insult to the armed forces and the commander-in-chief. The coalition comprising retired generals and other senior military officers from the Army, Air Force, and Navy called on President Tinubu to sack or redeploy the minister. The group warned that should the president fail to act, it would mobilize and occupy the FCT ministry until Wike was removed. Delivering the main address, a member of the board of the trustee of the coalition, Colonel Yusuf Ibrahim, retired, said it was embarrassing for Wike to call the naval officer a fool in a viral clip. He argued that the naval officer was acting on lawful instructions, adding that insulting him amounted to belittling state authority. Not everyone is worthy of certain offices they occupy. We are taken aback that a public officer holder could call an officer a fool on camera. I'll shortly allow you to watch the intervention of Mr. President, talking about Senator Tinubu, that has been brought calm to that area of Abuja. But let us remember that we have equally seen the likes of Tuko Brutai, a former chief of army staff, coming out to support the Yerima himself and condemning the action of the FCT minister. We have equally seen another top retired military officer talking about a former chief of defense staff, General Lucky Rabo, who came out to say what the FCT minister did was wrong. And at the height of it as well, we saw the Minister of Defense state saying that the naval officer did well. And apart from that, we have equally seen the substantive Minister of Defense coming to make it clear that they are unlikely going to sanction the, of course, naval officer. But at the height of the president's intervention is what I want to bring to you. You will watch the video as we bring you the intervention of Mr. President that has brought calmness to that part of Abuja. Because we have it. This is from the Vanguard newspaper. You can see the video as I talk about this, playing by the side. Of course, he said, Wike versus Yerima. Tinubu intervenes. Peace returns over Abuja land disputes. I will quickly go and bring you the part where the news outfit atomized the intervention of Mr. President. Just as you can see on your screen, the departure of the bulldozer that was meant to bring down the structure under controversy. This is how the Vanguard newspaper put it. You can watch on your screen as I bring you the area of Mr. President's intervention. This is according to Vanguard newspaper. It says intervention and bulldozer departure. As you can see on your screen, you can clearly see the bulldozer leaving the scene. He said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu earned widespread praise for his swift and discreet intervention, which helped steady the storm before it could spiral out of control. His behind the scenes guidance, urging restraint and adherence to due process was credited with diffusing a potential interagency crisis. By Thursday, the bulldozer at the heart of the disputed Gaduwa land finally departed. You can see the bulldozer as he's departing, drawing spontaneous applause from residents lining the street. The hum of machine mingled with cheers, a rare moment of collective relief. Let us listen to other part of the conversation with respect to what transpired on the scene.
Government officials to the level of directorship. Then I'm sitting in my office doing what? How will such officials carry out their functions again when they know they are their principal or their boss cannot protect them? Not as private individuals, as government officials. So many people have had problems. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former general, former head of state, former president, he will call me on phone. Minister, I do go, there is problem of land here. Please carry. I will solve the problem. That is former head of state, former elected president. We have the courtesy of calling the minister. Look, I have this problem. I have this problem. See how you can look into it. Janati Wadanjuman will call you. Look, that these are people who they all retired generals. These are people who cause discipline. They didn't bother because they were former chief of army staff. They were former president. They never sent soldiers. They never sent anybody to go and attack anybody. They just call you. And respect the gas. Respect. Have to respect. And I'll tell you, sir, don't worry. I will sort out the problem. And I will do. I won't even talk about other people who are highly placed. They will come to you. Mr. Minister, maybe we didn't know of this. If we knew, we would have done it like this. When a serving Major General attacked the government control, I wrote a letter. The President Chief of Defense Staff was Chief of Army Staff then. I wrote a letter, sir. Because that is a serving military officer. That if anything goes wrong, he's still under the authority, under the control of the military. When I came on board, before them, President Jonathan had awarded a contract to develop another city, which was close to the military, but awarded a contract, not me. A federal council presided over by the CNC, awarded the contractor went there, he was just away. I wrote a letter. We met. The late Chief of Army Staff, Alabangi was there. The former Chief of Defense Staff was there. These same ministers of defense, they were all there. We all met. I said, look, it is not good, this government. I mean, it's not necessary we can resolve this matter. I never one day, I respect the institutions. And I know what it takes. Even as a governor, nobody will still govern say that they supported the military more than me. So I know. But how do you see a private individual knowing fully well that you are against the law? It is not military versus government, no. If it was military, I would have written to them that, look, military, why are you doing this? This is a private individual. Land was not allocated to him. Land was allocated to a company called Santos. Listen, in 2007 for parks and recreation. They applied to the former minister for change of use. The minister refused. The man went, started selling land. Maybe the former chief staff fell into their scam, sold. This government property. It's not your property. If government officials came to say, look, what are you doing here now? This is not, government has sat under the ministerial committee and taken back every land under parks and even under secretariat, because we felt that there are a lot of delays, suits, litigations. We said, no, we won't continue with that. You send this to start beating government officials, not private government officials, beating them. Senior government officials, you were beaten. You couldn't even say, okay, let me get to the minister, see how they can help us, No, not to that. Simply because you had a relationship with the military. And government cannot enforce laws because you are attached or you had a relationship with a particular institution, or you come from a particular place. Who does that? Who does such thing? How would this country progress?
Hello, sir. One, sir. I'm fine, thank you, sir. Sir, yes, sir. How come, sir? I'm Navy Lieutenant Yerima, sir. Security Officer to Vice Admiral for good time. Yes, sir. So I'm here on the orders. Yes, I'm here on the orders of the admiral. Sir, we mobilized the site a couple of days ago, sir. And then the engineer kept telling us that policemen are coming to embarrass them and harass them. And they've been coming to threaten them that they don't need to strike them, arrest them at all. And then he brought it to our attention. So as the security officer to the Vice Admiral, I was called and then we acted. Sir, we are not doing anything illegal. We are here on the orders of the Vice Admiral. That's it. Ours is just support and the things. Stop the video. Stop this one. sir, the first two, so they go so like over 5%.
It's still not officer now. It's not serving. Even if you're serving in government, this is government property. Show me the document you have. You have no document. Bring the document. Excuse me. I'm the minister. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that. We cannot continue to add in this impurity. What approval even to give? You cannot continue this way. This country cannot continue along this line. Height and diamond at its level. Even if he has a problem, he cannot reach the book. I'm sorry. So, you will send soldiers. Don't intimidate who? We are all from this country. And this is government. You cannot be higher than any government. You cannot carry gun to intimidate people to not to do their work. Let me tell you, if one got a chief of the first staff who spoke to me now, he could have killed everybody here. No problem. I'm not one of those that they can intimidate. I do my job.
They are not intimidating anybody.
Then what you
It is the civilian, the engineer of the life site, and then staff or workers of SCD.
Yes.
Look at it. It intimidate them.
No, listen now. That is the
Welcoming them. As I was saying, the idea against
They cannot do for that against government.
because the papers are complete and it's some.
Are you the one? Listen, you know the problem you have. Are you the one that will say, paper? Show me that you are own. First of all, show me that government gave you this place. Two, show me that you have an approval to build what you are building. It has nothing to do with I'm a vice admiral, I'm a lieutenant general. That is not it. We must work according to law. We must work according to law.
Yes.
So you?
No, don't say like this. Don't say like this. If the vice admiral has a problem, so what I'm why I came was this intimidation. Okay, sir. Okay, but the point I'm making is that we can't control what above ignorant person. You cannot continue to illegal. You are not the one to say we have documents. You are not the one. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm an officer, take to order.
So what? You had a who that me.
I'm an officer, take to order.
That you tell you
Mr. General.
Okay.
I can't say no. That means
You can never develop this property.
I will not allow it.
No problem, sir.
You will not.
Acting on my
If you
order.
want to kill everybody, kill everybody.
We will not kill
You cannot.
We will not. We will not kill anybody.
You didn't have that problem.
We will not.
My friend, you see me.
You cannot give
because what you are doing now, because you are officer, you go and carry somebody's land. Because you are officer, nobody does that. The man took land, we will not allow because you took of us, and then you need to carry land.
Sir, everything was applied like that. And sir, you get it.
Will you stop that?
I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your mouth, put
I will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir,
I was a student, you're going to see school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will you
me
keep
up.
quiet? Then you give food.
I'm not
You
a
have the food.
I'm not a
You
fool,
think
sir.
I'm shooting anybody like that?
Sir, I'm not
You have the food.
I am not a fool, sir.
As at the time I graduated, you are primary school.
I'm acting on order.
For which order?
Call me a fool.
But if you see what else you run this year.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go and develop your
I'm not, sir. I'm not a fool, sir.
How would you have so come up? No, you have killed everybody here.
No, we won't kill anybody. We won't kill anybody. We're acting on order.
I will not allow going on keep on us and then begin to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you
And
stop
sir, you
that?
get it.
Will you stop
Sir,
that?
I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your mouth, put
Sir, I
us.
will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir, I'm a
I
police
was in
officer.
school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you
up.
keep quiet?
You can't
Get
shut
them
me up,
big
sir.
food.
I'm not
You have big food.
I'm not a
You
fool,
think you
sir.
can shoot anybody like that?
Sir, I'm not
You
a
have big
fool.
food.
I am not a fool, sir.
As at the time I graduated, you were in primary school.
I'm acting on order.
For which
You can't
order?
call me a fool.
I just say you see what else you run this year.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go and develop your
I'm an
mind.
officer. I'm not a fool, sir.
How would you have so come up? You have killed everybody here.
No, we won't kill anybody. We won't kill anybody. We're acting on orders.
Go and develop your right to see you.
Regular officer, you won't come and kill me.
We are going to get out.
Director press.
How do I face him?
How do I face him? This is not professional. It's not professional. Please, you can't be facing a military with
Sir, let me say, I request to like to, so there's no such thing as a former vice president. Vice admiral is vice admiral.
Sorry.
Show me the document. You have no document.
I have documents.
Bring the document.
I have documents and everything has been submitted.
You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that. We cannot continue to add in this impunity. Where is approval even to people? You cannot continue this way. This country cannot continue along this line. How can that man at his level? He really has a problem. He cannot reach me and look, I'm sorry. See what I have. He will tell soldiers to intimidate who? We are all from this country. And this is government. You cannot be higher than any government. You cannot be carrying gun to intimidate people to not to do their work. Let me tell you, if not government, you must first staff who spoke to me now. You could have killed everybody here. No problem. I'm not one of those that they can intimidate.
On the contrary,
I'm doing my job.
sir, we are not intimidating anybody.
That's what you're doing.
The civilian, the engineer mobilized to site, and then staff or workers of SCDA look at the
No, listen now. That is the
threatening them. And that was when the admiral gave the order.
They cannot give order against government.
Because the papers are complete and he said
I
submitted
did
them.
one. Listen, you know the police one. I need one that will say paper. What will show me that you are old? First of all, show me that government gave you this place. Two, show me that you have an approval to build what you are building. It has nothing to do with I'm a vice admiral, I'm a lieutenant general. That is not it. We must work according to law. We must work according to law. So you? No, you cannot tell like this. Don't tell like this. Don't try this. I tell you like I'm
a small boy, but the commission of money is very good.
Just to come and complain.
Stop this.
How do I face him? How do I face him? This is not professional. This is not professional. You can't be facing a minister of this No, we have it's okay.
From demolition is property.
It doesn't matter.
That's all that matters. I'm an offside, take to orders.
So what? You had a who than me.
So I'm an offside, take to orders.
To that you take
Okay,
it.
Star General.
Okay.
You know, that was
You can never develop this property. I will not allow it.
No problem, sir. I'm only acting on my orders.
If you want to kill everybody, kill everybody.
We will not kill
You
anybody,
cannot.
sir. We will not. We will not kill anybody, sir.
You put yourself in trouble.
We will not.
My friend, you see, hey, what is that? You cannot shut me up. No, you cannot shut me up. You're my junior. You cannot even talk when I'm talking. Because
I have to reach you.
Your way that you wait. I'll be talking and policemen will be talking.
You are taking with us. You don't have any.
I'm not to carry security to intimidate because you're an officer. Nobody does that.
We did not carry anybody.
The man took that. I will not allow because he was chief of naval and then begin to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop that? Will you stop that?
I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your mouth, put
I
us
will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir,
I was in school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you
up.
keep quiet?
You can't shut me up,
take
sir.
food.
I'm not
You are a big fool.
I'm not a fool,
You
sir.
can shoot anybody like that.
Sir, I'm not
You
a
are a big
fool.
fool. Who are you?
I am not a fool, sir.
As at the time I graduated, you were in primary school.
I'm acting on orders.
Take for which
You can't
order?
call me a fool.
And this year, you will see whether you will not be here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go and develop your
I'm an officer. I'm not a fool, sir.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm so corrupt. You will have killed everybody here.
No, we won't kill anybody. We won't kill anybody. We are acting on orders.
Go and develop your right to see you.
Regular officer, don't come and complain.
We are going to get out.
Go.
I'm not even seeing what's recording. Hello, sir.
How can that man at his level, even if he has a problem, he cannot reach me and say, look, I'm sorry, see what I have. He will send soldiers to intimidate who? We are one from this country. And this is government. You cannot be higher than any government. You cannot be carrying gun to intimidate people to not to do their work. Let me tell you, if not God or chief of defense staff who spoke to me now, you could have killed everybody here. No problem. I'm not one of those that they can intimidate. I'm doing my job.
We've just witnessed a very heated argument between you and can you take us back to when this started and what this is all about?
Well, it's unfortunate. And these are the kind of things that the last we are aware that the land department and the government control and mandated to see where the illegal development going on and land grabbing. And when this was brought to my attention, I did insult them to make sure that nothing takes place in as much as they don't have any legal paper in terms of legal approval or even acquisition of the land. And when they came here, I was informed that the soldiers have the ability to chase them away. And I thought probably they will be acting illegally. And so today, when I was in the office, while they came to implement the directive that was given to them by myself, I was called that the military have taken over the place. And I had to come by myself to see things for myself. Is it unfortunate? And you heard what the officer said was said by the former chief of naval staff. And I don't understand how somebody who attained that position, I see that he has a problem, cannot approach my office to say, look, this is what is going on, this is what is going on. Or simply because he's a military man, he could use that to intimidate Nigerians. I'm not one of those kind of persons that will succumb to blackmail or intimidation. And you can imagine where you cannot even prove where the documents. And the doctor he said, I was here. I said, bring the documents. You don't have the documents. Bring the approval for building. You don't have it. And how can we continue to allow lawlessness to prevail in this country? What about those who don't have the military? What about those who don't have security? If there's gotten to a level where when government officials are carrying out their job, you go and bring security to intimidate them against government officials. I will not accept that. I've spoken to the chief of defense staff and I've spoken to the chief of naval staff, and they have assured me that please, they have to resolve the matter. And we're not coming here to have a shooter with anybody to cause chaos or not. But what I can say, I would not allow it to happen. The way we have done, carried our jobs in other areas, in the same way it will be done here. He will not carry out this illegal development and land grab simply because he was a former chief of naval staff. I will not allow that. And that is pretty well.